Hi, everybody. Welcome to D&D News. I am Greg Tito. Happy Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus Day, everybody. It is out there for everyone to see, hear, and experience in your eye holes, ear holes, and other Avernus type things. Pelham is here with me, wondering how I was going to finish that joke, and I didn't know either, but we're here. I'm going to take a sip of this. Thank you for everyone who is tuning in on this day of days, but we've got Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus copies here, and we are going to be giving away 3 copies to viewers just like you out there. We've got not only this copy, we've also got this copy. This physical copy is going to be given away to someone. And then we've got another one of these standard copy. Let me talk a little bit about these since it is September 17th, 2019. I'm not going to be no longer saying this release date to you all on D&D Newses. This one, written by the illustrious D&D team. There's been a lot of them, as well as a bunch of super talented freelancers. This cover is available everywhere that you get Dungeons & Dragons products. It is painted by Tyler Jacobson, a prolific and amazing artist that you know and love. He has been on the Hellbound series that has been previewing parts of this adventure with Dungeon Master Kate Welch. He is the one who actually did this, which is fantastic. This is, of course, Zariel in the first layer of hell, going after a type of sword that is out there. And then, of course, the skull that is happening, going on. You guys saw this all wonderfully animated as you were waiting for this to go on. We also have this cover, which is available only in your local game stores. That's right, you can get this soft touch, beauteous cover designed by Hydro74 in all of its glory. It also has Zariel, not to be outdone by Mr. Tyler Jacobson. There is Zariel's, or at least a depiction of her, with the symbol of Baal on the other side. All of the same great content within. Still has that new fingernail clipping dust storm smell that all of our copies of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus will have. So many amazing pieces of artwork in this, including this depicting what is known as the War of Bloods. Wait, no. It's called the Blood War. It is very, very cool. I can't wait to see more people jump into it. Here's another depiction of Zariel on the battlegrounds of the Blood War. And, another depiction of Zariel right there. 2, actually, if you look at the stained glass look to there. These actually were created in conjunction with Ms. Fiona Staples, who is a renowned artist who is doing a whole bunch of artwork for us leading up to the release of D&D Live, which is very cool. So yeah, this is it. This is all of it in all of its glory. I'm flipping through it now and just once again marveling at all of the character names that pop out. Things about the Wandering Emporium, Mahadi the Rakshasa, who is the Emporium Master. He might look a little bit like that in your campaign when he is polymorphed into his, or at least made to look like a human and not his normal form of a Rakshasa. So many fun things in here. Sibriex makes a appearance. One of the demon lords that is available. What's going on? It is very, very cool book, and you will get a chance to win it. If you would like to enter the giveaway, go ahead and type !Fallen Angel. And that is, of course, a reference to Ms. Zariel out there. So throw it out. I do, in fact, have some Hellbound stubble coming in here. I'm trying to grow back the beardiness that usually overtakes my face in the fall time period. So we are making that happen. And you're seeing it in all of its glory right now. Hopefully next week it'll be back to its full bearded self and all that entails. But you can also win that. So go ahead and throw some Fallen Angel codes into your chat if you're willing and excited to get into what's going on there with Baldur's Gate Descent to Avernus. A little bit more about what's going on today. I am going to open up some more blind boxes of miniatures like we always do. I'll probably do that in the second half of this. We will announce one of the winners to the giveaway, or one of the people who will be getting a wonderful prize package of a copy of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. We'll be talking through all type of things that are going on in the news around Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, as well as some other fun things. Then we will discuss and show you D&D Rewind before jumping into Adventurers League and Dungeon Masters Guild news, and then finish it all up with getting you all prepped and primed for Pelham's Hot Mess, which is starting at 4 p.m. Pacific time, and they will be playing Baldur's Gate Betrayal. Wait, no. Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. No. Betrayal at House on the Hill? Yes. I don't know. One of those. Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. Yes, no, I'm kidding. It will be super fun. Pelham is, I just peeked in there at the props that were going on in that room, and you will not be disappointed by the sharpness of some of those props. So go wait and watch that on at 4 p.m. Pacific time. But how are you all doing? Are you excited to jump into playing Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus in your home campaigns? Let us know. I am. I can't wait for my campaign to start up. They're playing through some Ghosts of Saltmarsh right now, the party that I'm going to be joining. But I am going to be playing, I think I mentioned this last week, but I'm going to be playing as a dual-wielding wand sorcerer / bard who will appear not unlike a mashup between David Bowie as Ziggy Stardust and as the Prince of the Goblins in... or King of the Goblins? The Goblin King in Labyrinth, mashed up with David Lee Roth, and I added a new 70s rock star to my mood board. I think Robert Plant, early Robert Plant, I think is going to be an inspiration as well. He will also sing into his wands like he is a rock star, holding his Bob Barker side thing. So I'm excited about that character. Like I haven't been excited about playing a character in a long time. I've actually done a lot of forethought. I don't even know what I'm going to do as far as what build or whatever, but I just love the images that keep coming to mind about this character. So, and it seems apropos to have a metal-like character for this campaign. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Yeah, I think so. Should be fun. So again, everybody put in ! Fallen Angel for a chance to grab your copy of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. We'll be doing a standard cover first, and let's say we'll do that at in about 5 minutes at 3:15 p.m. Pacific time. That's when we'll get all of the names together for the first of 3 drawings that we'll be doing. But in the meantime, I will be talking about what's going on in the press. So things that have happened is some amazingness. So here I wanted to highlight this article that was written in Inverse. This was an interview with none other than Adam Lee, who was instrumental in making this story come to life. And it says, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus is an upcoming story campaign where 5th edition, where tabletop gamers roam Avernus, the hellish wasteland of the underworld. Now that pull quote may not be news to those of you out there, but what may be news, and you can guess kind of by the inset picture here on this graphic, is that many of the scenes, in fact some of the warlords and the competition between the folks who are using vehicles not unlike this, dun dun dun, the infernal war machine that are dramatized within this book, was inspired by Mad Max Fury Road, that seminal film about what's going on after the apocalypse. Well, maybe we took our own little version of what's happening there, and it was a huge amount of inspiration for that section of the book, and I can't wait. I mean, I'm just mashing up 2 of my favorite things, Mad Max Fury Road and, Hell, or the 9 Hells. That's pretty cool, right? So look at that article if you're interested in reading more insight into what's happening into Descent to Avernus. Another cool thing I want to point out to you is something that our friends at Forbes wrote up. A look inside the Dungeons & Dragons Essentials Kit. The Essentials Kit is available everywhere now. It comes out, or it came out everywhere on September 3rd. More and more people are jumping into it, and there's good reason to. So it's a great, as it says in this pull quote, the Essentials Kit is a great gateway for anyone looking to try their hand at being a dungeon master. That's true. It is very easy, I think, to jump into playing as a dungeon master using the Essentials Kit. It shows everything you need and can get people into it very quickly. You have some maps, you have some great visual props that suck you in, and Forbes certainly mentioned that. Also, sip of coffee. One interesting note, I don't think we have a graphic for this, but I think it's worth talking about. Publishers Weekly is a publication who tells, it's I wouldn't say it's necessarily a trade publication, but it is definitely paid attention to by booksellers and publishers a lot more than, say, the common lay person out there. But this, there's an article, and actually, yep, it's, thank you, DC, for linking it in there. It's got a lot of stuff, percentages about what's going on there, but what's really interesting to note, oh, and I don't think it's actually in here unless you get the list, but 3 new titles, you can see kind of in the middle of this little paragraph here, 3 new titles topped the adult nonfiction list, and yes, Dungeons & Dragons is a part of adult nonfiction. Don't ask me. But there was some really cool new titles. Number 1 was nothing Dungeons & Dragons related. Number 2 was nothing Dungeons & Dragons related. But the Dungeons & Dragons Essentials Kit jumped in there at number 3 with more than 19,000 copies sold in the week that is being reported here. So that's pretty cool. Publishers Weekly usually covers books, as we've said, and the Essentials Kit is not a book. It is a boxed set, but it is going through the book channel now here for the first time, and so it's just really great to see that type of success out there. Another thing that's really interesting, I don't know if there's an image here on it, but there is, nope, I don't see it. But another fun thing is that we are now currently in the top 100 for Amazon All Books list with 3 items. That's right. We have 3 of the top 100 spots right now currently in Amazon's bestsellers in books. All books. The Essentials Kit is number 14 on that 100. Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus is number 57, and The Player's Handbook is number 74 ranked on that list. Now, those are real-time lists, so they actually might be changed by the time you open this or are watching this in different forms. But again, that's pretty cool that 3 Dungeons & Dragons, I almost just said just 2, 3 Dungeons & Dragons books are in that list, and that's pretty awesome. All right, guys, so it is time now to give away our first Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus copy. We'll be giving away this one, which is the standard copy that you can get everywhere right now. So let's go ahead and do that giveaway, and let's see what happens. Who is going to win it? I don't know. Let's see. I can't wait. It's going to happen soon. I don't know. Do I do it, or do you guys do it? Well, I'll let you know. Oh, there it is, MTXD. That's you, MTXD. Congratulations. You are a good person through and through, and you will hopefully be able to terrorize small children with the content that's in this book going forward. So that's awesome. Yeehaw! You have made it. Yeah, congratulations. Okay, so next up, we will be giving away this copy, so go ahead and continue to enter Fallen Angel for all of that. So next up is something that I really just love. So here's a little something. I'm just gonna throw up this graphic so you can check it out, but then I got a video to show you. So here is Race to Avernus. These 5 groups, Roll20 presents The Broken Pact, D4, Rivals of Waterdeep, and Tales from the Mists, are currently in a race to find out what's going on with in Avernus. I'm doing things all messed up. So it's really cool. It's a bunch of folks who are getting together and trying to raise money for Extra Life. The amount of money that you get donated to their individual team projects will catapult them up into being one of the best for bragging rights of who is raising the most money for Extra Life. So we've been doing Extra Life for 7 years. This is our 7th year of doing it. We've raised more than $500,000 over that entire time frame, and we're really excited about it. And we're pushing a lot towards this month's, or I guess it's 2 months from now, November 2nd's whole fun of thing going into the play for the day. I'm sorry, I'm messing up everything here. So Extra Life has a play day of now I'm messing it up. November 2nd. Oh no, it's not part of there. And so we're doing lots of promotions to try to drive as many donations for the kids. It all helps Seattle Children's Hospitals. Here's what's going on with Race into Avernus. It's a charity race across the first layer of the 9 hells, and it features, like I said, the Broken Pact, D4, Rivals of Waterdeep, Roll20 Presents, and Tales from the Mists, and donations to each team's Extra Life page rockets their vehicle forward. Boom! The team that covers the most distance by October 1st. So that's when we're cutting that off. The fans will see the show's characters appear in a future D&D product, which is pretty darn cool. Each Race into Avernus team lists some really fun incentives, which you should check out, including Roll20 Presents gives you a shout out. Broken Pack takes a picture with your name. Tales from the Mists will doodle you a custom spectral profile picture. D4 will bring you on as a special guest member, cast member, and Rivals of Waterdeep will cosplay as Abyssal Chickens if you can make it to the top. So that's everything in text form, but let me make sure you know about everything that's happening here with a wonderful video promo made by our friends at D4. Here, check it out.
If you can hear and see this, that means the ritual worked. This is Nigel.
I'm Jeremiah Kane. We're the Sacro Saints, a sect of the Order of the Gauntlet.
We were following a lead through Baldur's Gate that led us to the depths of the 9 hells into the first layer of Avernus.
So far, we've survived, but somehow found ourselves wrapped up in an infernal race.
So Asmodeus somehow formed an allegiance with wizards across the coast. With this race, we have to make it to the very end if we're going to survive.
Luckily, Nigel here was able to re-engineer the engine of the infernal war machine so it no longer runs on souls. As a spit in the face of all the fiends out there, we were able to create what we're calling an Extra Life engine. But it runs on charitable good deeds.
As you can imagine, those are hard to come by down here, which is why we need your help on the mortal plane. With your donations, you'll be able to fuel our Extra Life engine and help us push our infernal D4 machine across Avernus, which unfortunately is the current home of the Blood War.
And we need to make it back, because we were able to procure some supplies that will be necessary for the children's healthcare networks across Faerun.
That's right, this ritual for your donations can be found here. And with those donations, you'll be able to help us fuel our Extra Life engine and follow us through our stretch goal pit stops, where we will be able to send you loot that we find in the first layer of hell. Let's go, now.
Awesome stuff there. So good. I love the creativity of Dustin Fletcher and the other Devin Henderson. Great stuff. Everybody else who's on the Race to Avernus, you got to step it up. Maybe do some video promotions of your own, which I will highlight here on D&D News to make sure that your Extra Life engine or Avernus engine, Hellfire engine, make the things happen for the kids. Really exciting stuff. I love it. Right? You guys got to do it, right? You got to make it happen. So that's really good stuff all around. I want to give a special shout out to my Extra Life page as I'm trying to raise money for the kids as well. I had a first very large donation, so thank you so much to Nick the DM, who donated a large amount to appear on an episode of Dragon Talk in person. So we're really excited about that. We're looking into everything about making that happen, but thank you so much. That is a huge donation, and we really appreciate it, and we'll be doing more and more. There's a couple smaller price point things that you can do on my Extra Life page. If you would like to donate $100, I'll read aloud a 100-word note. You can do shout outs to your team or I'll say anything within reason. So definitely look into that. There's also a way for you to donate $1,000 to appear on Dragon Talk as a call-in guest through video conferencing. So make that happen if you are interested in donating money for the kids. And we've got lots of great other ways to donate on the D&D team. So, I don't want to necessarily take money away from everybody who's doing the Race to Avernus, but just saying, they're all really great stuff, and I can't wait for more and more. And I love this type of friendly competition to get more and more resources to helping kids, which is what this is all about. So thank you for all that. You guys are awesome. Speaking of other fun things that are going on in the world, not just of Dungeons & Dragons, but more specifically in Descent into Avernus, we have the podcasts into Avernus right now going on our Dungeon Delve RSS feed. So as you know, many people love to listen to their D&D content, not just in video form, but in audio form as well. And our Dungeon Delve feed has been a big part of that, and we have done many promotions around the release of our adventure books, as well as our other rules supplements. And for this one, it's called Podcasts into Avernus. And Daniel Kwan and Victoria Rogers from the Broadswords did a wonderful job putting together 7 groups for the amazing Podcast into Avernus. It's a connected storyline. They actually go through but many of the planes of the D&D multiverse, searching for Lulu the Hollyphant, who is an NPC, which you can find within the pages of this here tome. And so look to that if you're interested in getting some more insight about what's going on with Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. You'll learn about some NPCs, some backstory about Celestials and Devils and what they're doing there. And you might just find some really cool D&D live play podcasts to jump into. These are usually one-shots that are outside of the norm of their normal continuous storyline, but they have a wealth of amazing creative people making podcasts that run the gamut, from ones that feel more like live play, being in your living room, to podcasts that create an entire soundscape and almost feel like improvised radio plays. There's a lot of great ones to check out, and I suggest you look into it. Go to Wizards. Do I remember how the URL works, guys? I used to back in the day. It used to be a thing that I would know. It is dnd.wizards.com/PIA. That's where you can find out a whole bunch more about what's going on with the Podcasts into Avernus promotion there. We'll be releasing more episodes over the course of the entire week, finishing with one that ends, as you might guess, in Avernus, which is pretty darn cool. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about 2 other fun things that were released today for the first time. So here, I have an actual physical copy of the Dungeon Mayhem expansion, Baldur's Gate Descent into... Battle for Baldur's Gate. That's right. This contains... And that's actually the first time I'm opening it up live. It contains 2 new characters that you can play and add on to. Here is the... quick little bit about what is going on here, some FAQs about some additional rules and things going on here, including stuff about bear form and wolf form. For Jaheira, who is a shape-shifting druid, you can play as her in this expansion. You can also play as Minsk and Boo in the other deck. So it features really great artwork. I'm going to open these up just so you can see some of the cards that are out here. But this expansion is available now today in your local game store or wherever you might pick up Dungeon Mayhem in the past. It, again, contains 2 whole new character decks for you to play with. So here, let's look through the ones for Minsk and Boo. Oh, these are cool. These are some of the characters in the Legends of Baldur's Gate. There's Krindle and Shandi. Those can help you block. It's time to punch evil! This is a good one because it's a... see, I have to hold it from this side so you can actually read it. Squeaky wheel gets the kick. Da, da, da. Justice waits for no one. Twice the smiting! These are all fun, really good. Boo! What do we do? Boo! What do we do? Ding! Oh, that's cute. Boo is helping out and helping him with a tourniquet. Wrap it up. Minsk's mighty mount. I like that. That'll give you something. The Pale Priestess Nereus. She's also one of the characters from the Legends of Baldur's Gate comic book series by Jim Zub and Max Dunbar. A new edition of that, or a new series of that, which will be out this fall, called Infernal Tides. I'll tell you some more about that in a little bit, but that's pretty exciting. Scouting outing. These are the special things. You get to draw a card from the top of each opponent's deck. Interesting. And then you get to use them. Pretty neat. Favorite enemies, this of course is because Minsk is a ranger, even though he kind of looks like a purple warrior there. Did I just say that? Swap opportunity. Oh, I like that. Each player gives their hit point total to the player on their right. Oh, that's cute. I like that one a lot too. Awesome. Now that's everything that's going on with Minsk. I will show you guys some more of the cards for Jaheira at a later date, unless everyone kind of clamors to listen to them now or watch them now. But those are super fun. I love all of the artwork for this amazing expansion pack. Very cute all around. Shout out to Jake Parker for the illustrations for this, as well as Trish Yoakum, our graphic designer, for putting together all of the amazing artwork on these cards and making it look like a really, really attractive package, including designing this little fun thing here. So really neat stuff all around, and shout out to all of them. The other product, which I don't have physically here with me, is the Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus Dice and Miscellany set. If you are interested in what is in that, I can tell you there's 11 dice. They're beautiful. There's also a durable lined dice tray. 2 of them really, because it's a box that you can open up and you can roll dice, and both of them, they're felt lined. They feel almost like rolling dice on a dice tray that you might get at a retail outlet. And then beyond all that, there are 20 double-sided cards with encounter tables, story context, as well as exclusive art by Max Dunbar. I saw someone shout out Max Dunbar. In fact, it was Lee Goldberg shouting out Max Dunbar. It's true. His artwork is amazing. Good on you, Lee. There is also a map featuring the Avernus artwork on there, all within the Dice and Miscellany set. $25, can't go wrong. You'll get tons of content out of it, including a great looking set. So jump in, grab that if you can, and if you want more detail on what is inside that product, I suggest you watch last week's D&D news, because I went into and showed every single piece that was in it. So good stuff. All that is available in game stores today for the first time. So again, the adventure, the Dungeon Mayhem expansion pack, Battle for Baldur's Gate, and the Dice and Miscellany set. And right before I do, you know what? I'll do it after I'll do D&D Rewind. I will be giving away this actual physical copy of the alternate cover of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus by Hydro 74. Stay tuned for after D&D Rewind. We're going to do D&D Rewind right now. This is our way to focus on what has been happening on the D&D Twitch channel. Lots of great role-playing moments from different folks, as well as some funny moments, some other fun things going on. We want you all to be involved and hopefully start watching more and more of the shows out here. So this is our chance for you to see what is going on with everything happening in the D&D Rewind. So let's do that right now.
Bethany,
Why are you looking at me?
are you cool?
I'm oh
Guys,
yeah,
it starts
I'm
with,
cool.
starts with D. The word starts with D. You're getting off track here.
Oh, I don't know.
Despair?
Despair.
No, it's dust. It was dust.
Oh, I said dirt.
Yeah, it was close. It was close. Anyway, I gave it in there.
Look, really, it's fine. I mean, you know, yes, the leader of the religion that I've dedicated my entire life to betrayed me and turned everyone who I thought I was my new family against me, and now I'm here in hell, but I don't know what that has got to do with the word despair or disappointment or distraught or death dreams. Wait, you didn't say those last two.
Well, may I be the first to point out that your new family is here with you by your side.
Guys, it's really, I've never had a family before.
And Philip leans over with one arm around Kit and one arm around Bethany.
Thanks, guys.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Kit. You're right. We're your family.
We are your family.
Yeah, they're right on top of us, Lucian.
All right, Steve, I am just so incredibly sorry. You are a coin, and if someday we can figure out how to uncoin you out of this machine, I promise you I will do my best.
And as you put the coin in and you drop it in, it goes, no, you stupid son of a... And it falls in, and you hear as the engine starts up, and you are able to start the vehicle.
Okay, go.
So you...
Go, machine, go.
With your earlier intelligence check, I'll say that you are able to make the demon grinder go. You have a demon grinder.
Yay!
I do kneel down next to one of the werewolves, and I just say, I don't think you're going to want to watch this.
I immediately look away and trust that much.
Back of the head.
Okay, go ahead and yep, it's unopposed. I need you to roll 10d10 piercing damage.
Roll all the piercing damages.
All of it.
I'm not looking, but I can still hear it, and I don't know if that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hearing it though.
Now I'm just picturing things. Oh, this is the worst.
You go through a full Sailor Moon Magical Girl transformation sequence.
Yes. Is that the canon?
Yeah. The thing is, we know that Road can't be a Planeswalker because Planeswalker cards are powered by loyalty tokens, and Road can't have any loyalty tokens.
Oh, snap.
On her at any time. So.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Road.
I'm really excited that Katie just Michael Sarah out of the conversation. Yep.
Excellent. Who's next?
Well, how you been, Masood?
Just been living my life. The longer she's gone, the funnier it is.
Can you ask my mother? I will only. I think that we're in danger, so I'm trying to be proactive. I took a picture of your mother off the wall.
Oh, off the wall of fame?
Yes, they were wanted posters. There's a price on her head and mine, although the picture isn't me, and I don't understand what that's about, but it's my name, so I don't want to see that my name is Constantina.
You don't hear him laugh, but you get this sort of like overwhelming feeling of mirth. I'll be up there in a few minutes.
B, it is your turn.
Let's go now.
Okay, pick up a child, toss it.
What?
Hold on.
You're still out there, right?
Wait, what?
She threw a kid out the window. Anything else?
Lord Gralhund will stop you.
Featherfall.
I'm gonna tell him we have a wizard waiting outside who can Featherfall. We need to get all of you out.
Make a persuasion roll at disadvantage because you're trying to convince him to let her throw his kid out a window.
Oh, so many babies were harmed in the filming of those clips. Wow, good stuff all around. I don't know how many times while playing D&D I've tried to throw a baby out a window. Probably at least 4, maybe 3 if I'm being honest with myself. That wasn't really a baby. It was more of a kobold. Anyhow, I love all of the great shout outs to what's going on the twitch.tv/DND channel. You all are welcome to join in the fun. If you see a wonderful role-playing moment, something that's really serious or involves a mind flayer sucking the brains out of someone, I assume B. Dave is playing a mind flayer, go ahead and take a clip of that in the Twitch interface. You will be able to then share that. I would suggest tagging some of the people who are in that clip. letting more and more people know about what it was exciting about it, and then these will rise to the cream of the crop. Mr. Steve Sprinkles will then take those into consideration when he is editing stuff together for D&D Rewinds each week, and the cycle will continue, and more will go on. Great work as always. I love seeing that little snippet of hilarity, usually from so many great casts out there. So kudos to all of you. All right, now that we've watched D&D Rewind, it is time to give away this copy of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, the alternate copy. You can only get this copy in game stores. It features a really great cover designed by Hydro74. It's got all the same great content within it, ready for play. But now let's give it away right now. Let's do the drawing. Let's make it seem who is happening. Make it happen. Who is going to be the lucky winner? It will be... I don't know why I'm saying... I know, yeah, big money, no whammies, and... Moozy is the winner. Congratulations at Moozy. You have won the amazingness going on there. Well done. I can't wait. We'll be giving away one more standard copy of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus in the next few minutes as we gear up for what is happening with Pelham's Hot Mess. They will be playing Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, a very, very amazing board game, also set in the city in which you begin play during Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. So that should be tons of fun. Look for that happening in, as I said, about 20 minutes, and we'll be running a final raffle for the last copy that we're giving away for all of that soon. So in addition to all of the things that have come out today, which are, of course, the Baldur's Gate Descent to Avernus Adventure, the Dungeon Mayhem expansion, Battle for Baldur's Gate, as well as the Descent into Avernus Dice and Miscellany set, we have a bunch of partner products that are out there in support of this storyline. Some of them that I've talked about before, but I want to definitely shout out again. This is the Infernal War Machine you can get from our friends at WizKids. It's in the D&D Icons of the Realms line, as you can see here. I've opened this up before, but I want to show you, like, in the packaging what's happening in here. These are a huge part of, well, not a huge part, one of the most interesting parts about playing on the plane or the layer of hell, Avernus, and as you saw in the clip from the Broken Pact, they are powered by soul coins. God, I wish I had my soul coins with me, but they are a representation of a character's or a person's soul in hell, and you actually put them into a slot, not unlike a pinball machine, to power the infernal engines on the Infernal War Machines and make them go. And you saw that happen dramatized in the Broken Pact series that premiered last week. So good stuff there. If you're interested, go try and pick up this from your local game store. There are also from our partners at WizKids, these amazing miniatures, these blind boxes that come out here. There's 4 in each of them. I will be opening these up a little bit later as we get closer to the end of this here broadcast. But I also wanted to shout out a couple other things, one of which is the Infernal Tides comic book series, which I mentioned from IDW. It contains some of the characters that we've talked about already, including Minsk and Boo, as well as some of them that are of their own creation. It was written by Jim Sub and illustrated by Max Dunbar. That, I want to give you the exact date that it will be coming out. Yes, Infernal Tides is coming out November 30th for the first issue. There is going to be 5 issues in that miniseries, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I can't wait for more and more stuff about that. Great comic book. There's also another great comic book out there, which is A Darkened Wish, fantastically written by B. Dave Walters, the man who is sucking out the brains in those clips during D&D Rewind, and illustrated by Tess Fowler. It's not directly connected to the Descent into Avernus storyline, but, you know, there's some correlations there you might get into. Those that miniseries is on sale now. But there's also one other really great thing that I wanted to shout out that's coming from our friends at Beetle and Grimm's. So this Adventure, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, there is a Platinum Edition box set coming from Beetle and Grimm's. They made 1,000 copies of them only. I know they retail for a very high price, around $500 each. But what you get within those box sets, those Platinum Editions, is pretty amazing. They break out all of the adventure chapters in this book into individual booklets. So for Dungeon Masters, it's easy to flip back and forth between different pieces of content quickly. They do tons. Wait, they sold out? I didn't know they sold out that quickly. Well, never mind. They're sold out. You don't need to purchase it. Cancel that. Reverse it. No, doesn't matter. You're just going to have to go find someone who has already purchased it and play it with them. That's good stuff. I did not know that they were already sold out. So that is badass, and I'm very excited about it. Now I'm also a little bit mad because I was going to get one and I forgot to get it before it was sold out. Whoops. Still, I love that they're making more and more of these Platinum Edition boxes out there, and hoping they up their production value to get more of them out there for you, more copies, and hopefully reduce the price point and make it even more affordable for you. But if you're interested, I think the Sinister Silver copy of Ghost of Saltmarsh is also really badass and contained a whole bunch of amazing stuff in there too. All right, so let's get into some Adventurers League news. Some fun things happening for Adventurers League, including some funny people who are happening behind me. There it is, right there. Adventurers League, for those of you who don't know, is D&D's official play campaign, which means you can create an Adventurers League character and take them to your local game store, a convention, on the top of the Chrysler Building, wherever a Adventurers League event is played, and jump into it and really enjoy it. So some fun stuff about Season 9 of the D&D Adventurers League, which is going to coincide with this Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus storyline. You can find it's begun. It's starting right now. You can find the new player's guide, the Dungeon Master's Guide, conversion rules, DM quests, and more info on dmsguild.com. That's where we find out all the Adventurers League news about that. There was also a really cool event last weekend in Hell, Michigan. They kicked off Season 9 with their Vote Pip Yap event, and here are some photos from the amazing folks happening, what's going on there. The character of Pip Yap was dramatized in the D&D live D&D epic, and has been a near and dear to everyone's hearts around there. And one of the promotions of doing this in Hell, Michigan, is that you get to be mayor of Hell for one day. And so there was a little bit of a faux campaign to vote for Pip Yap. Here are some of the amazing cosplay and interesting stuff that was going on as it was happening. Here's a group shot of everyone enjoying their time in Hell, Michigan. Adventurers from all over the country gathered in Hell to play the D&D Season 9 competitive open, epic, and preview adventures from the upcoming Pip Yap's Guide to All the 9 Hells, which is coming soon on dmsguild.com. And that will take adventurers beyond the depths of the first layer of Avernus into all the different layers of going on there. And maybe they will find a cookie bag? I'm not sure. But if you're interested in sending in photos for your Adventurers League event, you can do so by emailing community@dndadventurersleague.org. Give a little shout out to your group, where you're located, and what your game store location was all about. And I'll read it here and show off those amazing photos. So send them in if you can. We're really excited about everything that goes on with the D&D Adventurers League. I was going to say guild, because I am transferring into Dungeon Masters Guild news. So I mentioned it earlier, but DungeonMastersGuild.com is the only place where you can publish adventures written within and containing IP of the Forgotten Realms, Ravenloft, Ravnica, any other Wizards setting. And it's really exciting. And there's a cool bundle that's going on right now. Ba-da-da-da. This is one called To Hell and Back Again. Oh, no, wait, no. Never mind. I want to put the bundle first. I like how the bundle is. You can save 66.6% more on Dungeon Masters Guild latest bundle of many things. They are packed with players Dungeon Masters need to expand their Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus campaigns. There's a Hell Rider bundle for players, which has 6 titles in it and costs $6.66. I'm sensing a trend here. There's a whole bunch of new character options for Servants of Good and Champions of Evil alike. There's the Bedeviled DM's Archdevil bundle, which is $16.66, and contains lore, new rules, scenarios, monsters, and more for all layers of hell. And there's both bundles and more recommended devilish PDFs on the DM's Guild's Descent into Avernus feature page, which you can find at the link that Jack just linked at right about there. So good stuff. I enjoy all of the content that goes up on Dungeon Masters Guild. It's super creative, and it expands upon all of the fun stuff that's going on with our storylines. And I wanted to find out this one. So you got a little preview of this, but this is To Hell and Back Again by Kiana Shaw and Jonathan Fry. This features beloved characters like Lulu the Hollyphant, Mad Maggie and her Red Cup gang, and even the Archdevil Zariel in this prequel to Descent into Avernus, which can be played as a solo game or with a group. What begins as a simple job for the oddball wizard Chandalar leads to a heart-pounding romp through the fey-haunted Cloakwood and into the fiery depths of Avernus. Do you have what it takes to escape hell, and just how far will you be willing to go to return home again? Check it all out. I love this interior artwork. As always, I'm blown away by the amount of beauteous nature. And there's a little depiction of Hulu. Hulu? Holly, the Hollyphant. No, Lulu, the Hollyphant. So good stuff all around. Check it out if you can. All right, I'm going to open up one of these because they're open on my desk, and I can't wait to see which new miniatures I get. Again, these are the Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus Icons of the Realms line. There's 4 miniatures in each one of these boxes, and you never know what you're going to get. I've been opening up a couple of them, and I do like to show what is going on. So let me show you this one. Ooh, I don't think I've seen this guy yet. This is a Barbed Devil. No, I do have them because I did make the Barb joke, if I'm remembering correctly. But this is Barb. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Goodbye. What? There's also this miniature, which is coming at you. It's got wings. Can you guess? It's an Aranyas, right? Yes, it's an Aranyas. Yay! I'm going to destroy you with my love of sandwiches. I don't really like sandwiches. Yes, you do. I should learn how to be a ventriloquist so I can make this even more entertaining. We have one more in here before we get to the large one, which is Barnabas the Flame Skull. Hi. I'm just a flame skull. I'm not really going to hurt you. It's full of green flame coming at you. We also have, yes, thank you, Roller 300. Thank you for that. This one is Yinogus Gara. He's very spiny, and he also fell down real quick there. All right, those are those 4. I will need to do 4 more. By the way, we have Pelham's Hot Mess coming at you very soon in the next 10 minutes even. They will be playing Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. So before we get to that, we will also be giving away one final copy of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. But before we do that, we get to play with some toys. Ooh, I like this guy. Fallister Fisk. We actually had a cosplayer playing as one of these characters, one of these guys, as this exact NPC from Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus at D&D Live, and he looked just like this, in fact, with all the robes and everything. Good stuff. I always like the named NPCs minis in these too, because I feel like there's always more characters that you can use and add to your game, even if they're not, say, as Fallister Fisk. Why do I keep calling it Flisk? He's not Flisk. He's Fallister Fisk. Chris Perkins, whoever names these characters. This guy, you really got to look down on. It's a maw demon. A demon who has its own maw. Little known fact, this was modeled on my mouth. All right, that's enough of that. We've got one more of this guy coming at you. Let us see how this can... and this is a spine devil who's flying in to attack you. I'm going to eat your soul. And then our biggest guy, which I don't think we've seen one of these yet. This is a large Armanite. An Armanite. Oh, he's got a very spiky barbed tail going on there, and he's turning to the side, so he's like, Arr! That's really frightening. His red-tipped hooves are pretty terrible looking. He's got like what looks like it could be a saddle, but wait, no, it's actually just some armor so that he doesn't get killed. Terrifying, and I love that these are going to be added to every Dungeon Master's repertoire out there to throw at players. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so there are so many amazing figures in the Icons of the Realms line. Again, there's 45 different ones out there. You can get 4 of them in each one of these boxes. And like I said, just opening up them and playing with them is one of my joys in life, and I'm glad I get to do those for all of you out there. Some other fun stuff that is happening is a new issue of Dragon Plus will be coming out very soon. You can check it out on your iOS device or on your Android device or at dragonmag.com. A little note about that, there will be a change of the architecture happening on the back end of that app, which means that for a brief time, you won't be able to access some of the archive, some of the older issues that have come out for Dragon Plus. We've been releasing new content for them every 2 months for like the last 4 years. So there's lots of content on there, but we're building backwards from the most recent ones up until later on to be able to bring that content back to you and make it accessible to you again. But the new issue will be out very soon. There'll be some back-end improvements to make sure that it is downloaded smoothly going forward. But just a little note there. And to all the stuff that will be in issue 27 includes some interview and concept art on Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus with Max Dunbar. We've name-checked Max a couple of times during this here thing. Some wizard fashion concept from Samantha Darcy. Always good to see. Sign language in D&D. So interviews with Misty Vander, Mimsy Dorsey, and Kieran McMullen on ASL and BSL sign language terms for Dungeons & Dragons. Creature feature, Terror of Undermountain, as well as digital maps from Ghosts of Saltmarsh will all be available in the next issue of Dragon Plus. So, like I said, there's a tons of stuff there for you to jump into. Okay, that's it. Time to do the last drawing for this exact copy. This is the one that you will get in your hands, and you can take that to the bank because I will put a hand mark, a greasy hand mark on the front cover so that you know you get this copy from the hand of Greg Tito. Let's do a drawing right now and see who can win. Again, exclamation point Fallen Angel for you to join this drawing. Let's make it happen. Yes, it's totally not a spam bop. Who is gonna get it? Who is gonna descend into Avernus? Avernus. Who is gonna descend? We are all gonna descend to Avernus. Avernus. That's not actually pronounce it, but it's easier to sing that way. I can't wait. It's gonna be a thing. Moobot, tell me who it is. While we're waiting for that, I will say I will be at TwitchCon in San Diego in just a few weeks. I'm only there for a little bit. But look for me if you're interested in, if you're there also in TwitchCon and finding out more about Dungeons & Dragons and how to become a Twitch streamer for everything that we do here. Ref Gemlin, you are the winner. Congratulations to you, Ref Gemlin. You are you get some greasy handprints on the cover of a Descent into Avernus. So good job. Thank you again, everyone who tuned in and participated in the fun that is D&D news. Again, as I was saying, check me out at TwitchCon or just at Twitter. I'm very available for questions. I'm at Greg Tito there. On Instagram, I post a lot of pictures of my kids as well as playing Dungeons & Dragons. So follow me there, Greg_Tito. But for now, I'm going to give it up to Pelham's Hot Mess playing Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. To get you all in the mood for Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, out in game stores today. One last time for the kids in the back, check out these books, get them, play them. They are super fun. There is an amazing amount of content within here, a great storytelling possibility, and I can't wait to highlight all of what stories you are telling and to hear about them on Twitter going forward. So thank you again. I love so much of the community and everyone who comes to hang out here on D&D News is a big part of that. So I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, and I can't wait to hear about all the horrible things that befall your characters in Baldur's Gate: Descent into Avernus. Thanks, everybody. I'll be back next week. You are the best around. No one ever gonna keep you down.